Senator, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. So today I'm proud to present SCR-59, which celebrates this month, April 2025, as the 7th Annual Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month in California, to highlight all the work that's being done around the state with regards to the arts. Throughout my time in this body and my tenure as the chair of the Joint Committee on the Arts, we have continued to reaffirm the critical importance and the countless benefits of access to the creative arts for all of our residents. The creative economy has already been a pillar industry here in California. Nearly 2 million workers, representing nearly 8% of our state's GDP, according to the most recent estimates. And in light of the recent wildfires that have devastated so many families and neighborhoods, our artistic communities have proven even more invaluable as sources of resilience and drivers of recovery efforts. In the face of all the loss and the uphill battle of rebuilding in LA, it's been moments of human expression and creative support for one another that have unified and uplifted the members of our community who needed it most. We continue to be heartened by the stories of those such as LA artist Asher Bingham, who spent the last few months hand-drawing thousands of homes lost in the wildfires based on photographs, so as to give families a memento that isn't defined by loss, but by the selflessness of their neighbors, some keepsake of the home that they lost. Even as they've dealt with the destruction of their own works, homes, and studios, artists have launched fundraisers, supported one another, and devoted their talents to helping put their communities back together. This groundswell of connection has led to the fitting theme of this year's California Arts and Culture Summit, which is here in Sacramento this week, and I'm sure you'll be hearing from and meeting with constituents who are going to be coming from all over the state for this wonderful summit, the theme of which is health, healing, and hope. We're going to be welcoming hundreds of artists and creative workers to our capital through the week. Dr. Maria Rosario Jackson will be headlining the summit at the Convention Center, and I certainly encourage you or your staff to try attending her presentation tomorrow if you have the chance. California would not be this place that it is today without these wonderful leaders, without this wonderful creative community, and our ongoing support for the arts community. And so I just ask you all to join me in celebrating their efforts this Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month by voting yes, aye on SCR-59.
Senator Smallwood-Cuevas, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to my good colleague from Los Angeles, really appreciating SCR-59. And, you know, for me, I'm rising in strong support of this resolution, recognizing April as Arts and Culture and Creativity Month, a time to uplift artists, cultural workers, storytellers that give our lives meaning and give lifeblood, economic investment to our communities. My district is Senate District 28. We're home of South Central Los Angeles and LA Live downtown. But certainly in South Central, art is not just an expression. It is a declaration of resilience. It's how we document truth. It's how we tell complicated stories. It's how we pass on pride from one generation to another. It's how we educate the world on who we are and why that's important. The arts are essential to how we build strong identity and appreciate each other's identity. We foster belonging and we anchor economic opportunity. That is why this recognition of arts and culture must be paired with meaningful investments in the people, investments in the institutions, in these places that shape so many of us. As we celebrate the power of the arts, we must also confront that there have been gaps and how we honor the contributions of all communities, particularly Black California, in our tapestry of cultural and civic life, and particularly presenting that to those who will come and visit our shores from around the world. I'm proud to lead an effort to establish the first ever state-designated Black Cultural Historic District in South Central Los Angeles. This is not just as a celebration of history and creativity, but a commitment to equity and visibility and long-term investments in communities that have been overlooked too long, but have so much to share and to contribute to the economic well-being of our state. So with that, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Senator Durazo, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is through the arts that we create empathy, empower, and through dialogue and pictures, we illuminate the issues of our time. As my friends at the Latino Theater Company say, we can awaken the collective consciousness of a community to act. Participation in the arts teaches us how to communicate, collaborate, empathize, and imagine. I will always look for opportunities to support the performing arts. Thank you to the author. And to ensure that young people can participate in the culture of our communities, such as the Debbie Allen Dance Studio or the Korean American Museum. California is the media and content production capital of the world. By nurturing young talent, we build up the commercial and fine arts industries. Entertainment, jobs, pay wages that build our families and our communities. This month, I sponsored the LGBTQ+ playwriting project with the Latino Equality Alliance and Casa 0101, where 8 young LGBTQ+ playwrights participated in a 10-week class to create 10-minute plays rooted in identity, resilience, and healing. I was so inspired and moved by the creative talent and proud of my district staff, Mr. Conrado Terrazas Cross, executive producer of that project. I was honored to host a final reading of their powerful stories that showcased their courage and their talent. Plays that included a young trans Latina struggling with her unaccepting mother, attempting to escape her pain. Many of the other plays were just extraordinary. I thank the author, and I thank you all for bringing SCR-59 to the Senate floor. I look forward to supporting it.
Senator Wahab, you are recognized.
Thank you. President and members, I rise in support of SCR-59 and I'm proud co-author of this resolution. All forms of the arts provide individual and community benefits. Here in California, we are absolutely lucky to benefit from the cultures from around the world who contribute to painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, cinema, theater, and music. But I also want to highlight this. We often in my district talk about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. However, the actual concept and what we should be promoting more is STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And the reason for that is that with our diversity, with the amount of globalization that we have in this world today, art is the one true freedom of expression. You know, whether we are talking about the latest iPhone, or we're talking about a cultural historic center, or a mural that goes up, art is that one true expression, and I want to highlight how important the arts are, and oftentimes it is overlooked. When we are talking about books, when we are talking about the way people dress, when we are talking about all of these things, that is a form of expression, but also a form of thought. And I want to highlight the importance through this resolution because it is about creativity, it is about arts, and it's also about culture. And so many stories are told through the arts that are often ignored or forgotten or not even talked about. So I really just want to highlight the rich tapestry of the arts and it being essential to help us understand each other and inspire each other. So I ask for an aye vote on SCR-59. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Jones, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, I rise in support of SCR-59, and thank you for the presentations today. Specifically, I want to thank the author of SCR-59 for organizing the Cultural Zone tours last summer and inviting all of us to different parts of the state to experience these cultural zones personally. And the really incredible thing for me is there's 2 areas in San Diego County that I had never toured before that as a result of that really deepened my appreciation, not just for my part of San Diego County, but the entire county and the rest of California. So thank you, sir, and thank you for authoring SCR-59, and I ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Senator Allen, seeing no further discussion, would you like to close?
No, I just want to thank my colleagues for the wonderful speeches and for all the support that you give to this incredibly important piece of California culture, life, and economy. With that, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you so much. This item is eligible for unanimous roll call without objection. Seeing no objection, ayes 36, noes 0. The resolution is adopted.